The key to the success for subluxated cataract is viscoelastic. You have to use a lot of viscoelastic when required. And these are the armamentarium. I hook, CTR segment, Sioni ring, capsular anchor, and I use my visco pump for every subluxated cataract. This is a Bonnie Anderson developed. This is a new ring for. It really helps to clean the cortex after implantation, and this is a. I think it is not working. This is an anchor. This is developed by Nick Mamalis. This is not available in the Indian market, but it is always for repositioning of the late subluxation after implantation. And slow motion phaco. What is slow motion phaco? It is a 25% or 30% reduction of all parameter. And planning is important. If there is a 90 degree of subluxation, you can put CTR only, and it is better if it is a progressive. It is better to put the lens in the sulcus and capturing the optic. If it is more than 90 degree, it needs fixation with the sclera. So you have to implant CTR combined with the segment, Ahmed segment, or Sioni ring, one arm or double arm. This is a rexis. You have to, when you planning for the rexis, it is just plan whether you make a reasonably in the central rexis. This is here. This is a subluxation is only 70 degree. So you can complete with the rexis without fixation of the capsular bag. Here, this is a sorry. This is quite a big subluxation. You have to change the position accordingly, and they make a nick in the capsule, and try to make a rexis first in the subluxated area, and then hook with your Kublin hook, or you can use capsular hook to centration and give a counter traction, and complete your rexis. This is another case of the similar pattern, similarly subluxated lens in the Marfan syndrome. Make a nick here when you start your rexis in the subluxated area fast. Then use a hook to center the lens little bit, and it gives a counter traction in the capsule, and you able to complete a fairly central rexis. Capsular bag stabilization is very important. Capsular bag stabilization with capsular hook. Always it is better to use a capsular hook, because iris hook always tend to pull the capsule in anteriorly. This is a subluxated case. I am completing my rexis, and as usual I just fix the capsular bag stabilized with the hook, capsular hook, because I prefer to use the capsular hook in most of the cases, except few cases. And you can use the Sioni segment as a fixation of the. You can put the Sioni segment at the first attempt, and in this particular case there is a gross subluxation. You need to stabilize the capsular bag. So I implant the Sioni segment first. you can appreciate the large amount of subluxation, and just hook in the whole of the CONE segment here, and it will give a support of almost 180 degree. Implantation of CTR. You can implant CTR at the beginning of the surgery. You can implant CTR at the middle of the surgery. You can implant in the CTR at the end of the surgery. This is a personal choice, but I prefer to implant CTR at the end of the surgery whenever it is possible. This is a injector system. You can implant CTR in the like this. This is a implantation of CTR at the middle of the surgery. Whether two fragment were in the bag, the two fragment is supported your capsular bag, and you can implant CTR at this moment. Even then, even this is a grossly subluxated cataract. I stabilize the capsular bag with hook. Even then, in the end of the surgery, and I implanted CTR, at the end of the surgery it catches the posterior capsule, because the posterior capsule in subluxated cataract very lax, and it can catch your posterior capsule any moment. So I developed one device that this is a viscopump. I called it a viscopump. This is a manual one. Your assistant can push viscoelastic at your command. After getting the success with this viscopump, I developed one automated viscopump with the foot pedal control. It's a motor device. It can inject the viscoelastic with the left hand when you require. Just I am showing how it works. This is a subluxated cataract. Intentionally I put only two hooks in this particular case to show you how it works. In my left hand there is a viscopump, cannula of the viscopump. I have a control in my foot. I injected. You can see I am injected the subluxated case, particularly in ectopia lentis. It is always better to deal a ectopia lentis rather than a subluxated cataract, because it gives you a more predictable result, and it looks very dangerous, but when you operate it is more predictable in case of Marfan syndrome. This is a Marfan syndrome. Just the nucleus was so soft, you can aspirate. And in my left hand there is a viscopump, cannula of the viscopump. At this stage, I make a scleral flap and I introduce a straight needle and it removed from the main port. I fix it to the eyelet of the CONE segment or Ahmed segment. I introduce that segment and fixing with the sclera. So it looks always very dangerous, but really in case of subluxation, when subluxation in a Marfan cataract is always give you a predictable result if you follow the steps. Thank you very much.